Welcome ladies and gentlemen to a Haulamania video for the month of May, and this one has been full of surprises. Let's have a look, shall we? Well, yes, it is quite surprising to see you all so soon in the month of May, but this is going to be quite a busy month for me. So I thought I'd rattle off a video now all about what I've managed to find so far, even against all adversity. I have managed to do some hunting. So we've got here another copy of the Ford GT race car. So this makes two now in my collection, means that I've got one spare. As you can see, it's on a long card. These long cards are usually only available at the supermarkets if they're a new card. On the I keep calling them a string, but it's basically a long strip of cars. I found this particular one in Tesco's, I believe. So they're in Tesco's and Asda on strings again, which is great. And also, now this is a rather cool piece. This is a Camaro from the 50 years of Camaro celebrations. I really like the Camaro, the new Camaro, as well as any other Camaro. But this particular piece jumped out at me in its beautiful black and gold livery. And this is just another remake of the 2013 special edition model, which I think I seem to have quite a few of, different variations now. So I guess it's another casting that I seem to be collecting. We shall see. I'll have to get them all out one day when I get a chance. Here we can see a really nice piece. This is a new series from Hot Wheels that's hit the UK. The Lamborghini series. There's 8 in the series. There's no information at all on the back as to which of the other cars there are, but I do know there's a Countach that I kind of fancy as well in red. A nice feature about these cars, of course, is all the extra detail they've managed to plaster on there. As you can see, it's got the rear view, the rear tail lights, it's got front light details, and it's a very nicely done piece of kit. And of course, this is the quite rare and highly sought after Murcielago. For any of you out there who collect Lamborghinis from Hot Wheels, you will know that the Murcielago is a pretty hard casting to track down. And so yeah, it's great to see this particular piece back in the lineup, just for some new majorettes. Only a few. Picked up the ones that I needed for my collection, and this was screaming out to be owned by me. This is the a new majorette. This is the Rubicon Jeep. You see on the Jeep Wrangler. Brilliant stuff. Of course, these will be released in a later video all about majorette, I'm sure. And check this out. I almost have the complete collection of these majorette premium cars. This is the Dodge Viper SRT. Now all I need to complete the set is the Bentley, and this is awesome. Cannot wait to get this one out of the box. This is a lovely piece. This looks like the 2014 or 2013 Viper. I can't remember exactly what year they came out with this one, but that's fantastic. Opening doors, nice little headlamps in there. Yeah, this is going to be a nice piece to add to the collection. Like I say, just one more left to get. I haven't found any new Matchbox this month, but I have found some old Matchbox, and check these two out. This is both of them are Jaguars, £3 a pop. I thought it was well worth the expenditure. All boxed up. And this one here, the box is a little bit broken anyway, so we're going to crack these open and have a look at them, because I just love Jaguars. And you can see they're pretty old. Let's have a look at the back of the box while we're cracking this one open. It says on there 1981, made in Macau. So nice and old, bit vintage Matchbox. Can't seem to find any new Matchbox, or ones that I don't have anyway, so a great bonus buy to actually find something that I actually want from Matchbox, and these are awesome. And there we go. I will be keeping the box, of course, because it's kind of part of the heritage. An interesting British Racing green Jaguar. This is a an XK120 from the 1950s. Beautiful classic design there. Interesting yellowy windscreen. It seems to be yellow right through, so I'm guessing it's supposed to be yellow. So it hasn't been out of the box. Look at that, minty fresh. Love that grille. Of course, the 120 is actually one of my all-time favourite Jaguars, so I had to have one of these. Brilliant thing. Says on the back there, and on the base as we expect it to be. Made in Macau, 157 scale. Beautiful Matchbox 3-inch classic stuff. As you can see there, fitting nicely up against that fantastic new GT40. And there's another one here, the box again, a bit dilapidated. And of course these cars need to be photographed. They need to come out of the boxes. So let's have a look at this one. Again, check the back of the box while we're cracking into it. I should say around about the same 1981. Look, it used to be £6. I don't think I paid £6 for it, but hey, oh well. It's a very nice mint piece in absolutely perfect condition, and that beautiful classic Jaguar. It's like a midnight blue Jaguar colour. Lovely silver hood or bonnet, as we like to call them in the UK. Some interesting paling out there of the chrome parts, given that it has been in its box for all those years, like 30 years of boxing. This one also made in Macau, I believe. Look across the base there. There we go, made in Macau. Jaguar SS 100. What a thing. Absolutely gorgeous. Of course, it's beautiful things. Is that 158 as well? It'd be nice if it was. Oh, 150. Okay, so that's even bigger. Wow, bigger than 155 even. But they do look good. They look good together, and they've just been screaming to be released. They're beautiful, aren't they? Look at that. Two beautiful pieces. also found this majorette, which I forgot to show you. Now this is a fully packaged piece. A little bit closer at some of the information on there. All in French, doesn't really say a lot, a few warning details on there. Let's give this a year. This is the French International blah blah blahs. This one is fabric made and printed in France. So this is a made in France piece. Quite towards the end of the made in France period as well. And I noticed earlier I was watching some of Thomas's videos. That is Frisian Diecast, and he had a couple of these vehicles that he'd found. And I noted that the back of his vehicle these doors, when they're first released or sent out to the public, they're actually clipped together, and this one still has all its clips in place. I mean, the box is pretty minty fresh, and of course the piece inside is going to be prime stuff. I won't be releasing this because there's no point. It's just amazing as it is. Check that out. Photo processing. Fantastic. Now, I suppose these boxes would have all been sitting on the shelf or stacked on top of each other. You can see it lends itself to a variety of different stacking methods. Very nice display. Fantastic stuff there from Majorette Vintage. And to finish the boxed stuff off, I have discovered this piece here. Wow. Now this is, I picked it up for £4 as you can see, which I thought was a bit of a bargain. The first time I saw it, I did bypass it, and then I had to go back a few weeks later and hope that it was still there, and yes it was. As you can see, it's got some information on the back there. It tells you all about it, made from blueprints on 1/64 scale. Scale. And let's have a look inside, shall we? Let's free the piece. So there we go. Comes in a rather cronky old cardboard box, and put that out to one side. We don't need that anymore. Well, we will probably need it, but won't need it for the display for the purpose of the video. Let's have a look inside. Wow, now this is a really, really heavy piece. It's die-cast metal back bed, flatbed there, a die-cast cab and a die-cast base, and all these tyres are real rubber. Wow. So that's real rubber dualies, look, as you can see. And a dually spare. Now this is really tasty. Let's have a look, see if we can even see what make of truck it is. I suppose it's a Mack truck. Oh, I really don't know, or is it a Ford? It's hard to make out. Does it say anything on the base? There we go, we've got a little bit of information there. 1931. Oh dear, hard toy. Oh, I don't know. Circa 1981, perhaps. 1991? 1991. That just gives you the copyright date. I guess that's the build of the truck there. AHD, that kind of rings a bell. But as you can see, it is a very tasty piece, and in 1/64 too. So even though these old little old Jaguars aren't quite 1/64, but it gives you an idea of the scale of the truck. A very cool piece indeed. I suppose you could squeeze a couple of Jaguars. Yes, you can squeeze a Jaguar inside your Penn's old truck. That is awesome. What a thing. Wow. So look at some of those graphics on the side there. We've got lubrication, safe lubrication. I suppose you put all your tin cans in the back there, jerry cans, etc. Nicely stacked in the back. Brilliant stuff. Really like this. Initially, what put me off about this was these white wheels, but I guess, you know, once it's out, it's out. Maybe I could dirty them up or something. Oh, look at that. Never noticed that before. It's actually got inserted headlamps as well. What a thing. Kind of almost looks a bit French. Wow. And there's shotgun doors there, on both sides. So there we go. So anyone knows anything about this sort of truck, let me know down below. All I know is that I really liked it and I had to buy it. For £4, yes please. It was coming home. Awesome. Ting ting! No, it's not a bus. As you can see, this is a very traditional looking basically milk float. As you can see there, milk floats are usually powered by batteries as well. So this is an old battery powered milk float back from the days. It's nice, it's got all its milk bottles in the back there, and if I can just see in the back there some silver top, and amongst the silver top is a little rack of gold top. Isn't that a nice touch? Yeah, look, fresh milk to your door. The farmer's wife. It should be Unigate, there it is, yeah, Unigate milk float. And we did used to see a lot of these around, probably started to be phased out by the end of the 80s in favour of petrol driven vehicles. And I can't even remember the last time I saw a milk delivery vehicle. So yeah, people just going to the supermarket now to buy milk. These vehicles are just nowhere to be seen. I'm guessing it's probably around about 176, maybe 172 scale, and it's actually made by Classics, and Classics are, as you can see, made in China, but they make vehicles for the railway diorama, and I bought this because I liked it, and it is in keeping with the 164. It's almost there. It's tiny compared to that Jaguar, but yeah, very cool vehicle, like it, goes nicely with my truck. Right, we've got a couple of Corgi police cars, and these are no ordinary police cars. These are Polizei cars, Mercedes Benzes. As you can see there, this one's still got all its accoutrements. It's got its stickers, it's got everything really. It's a little bit dirty, it probably just needs a good clean up. As you can see there, it's got a good interior, blue glass so that you can get your blue lights on the top. Corgi Junior Mercedes Benz 240D. Wow, pretty good condition actually. This is probably from around about 1978 or thereabouts, possibly slightly earlier. Very, very nice piece. And this one here, a later model, and this is the model that transferred over to Hot Wheels. So this is probably made in China, or made in Britain. So there we go. This is from the late 80s or mid 80s. Actually, mid to late 80s. Would have been recast, of course, in China. And I'm sure it's ended up in the Hot Wheel lineup. Nice heavy piece as well. Great little inserts there for the headlamps. Nice feature. But this one's actually featuring, I should have guessed really, because it's actually featuring proper decent whiz wheel type wheels as opposed to the later Yapmin style wheels. Oh yeah, check this one out. This is an FC. It's an FC Model T Ford truck. Have a little bit look on the base here. There we go. Made in Holland. Actually quite highly sought after by a few collectors. There's not much information on FC. So when I googled this thing up, I discovered that it was from a 1971 series of vehicles. And there's all sorts of little Model Ts, everything from coupes right up to fire trucks and everything, and they all use this chassis, and then they basically just stick a different die cast body on top to represent the vehicle. that they want to show. So this is very, yeah, you can see the front end is part of the base, and they've all got the same front end and just different configurations. And this one's actually, I couldn't believe it was so old because the condition was so good. As you can see there, these little orange wheels, they're supposed to signify wooden spokes, so that's why they're that strange yellowy orangey colour. And there we go, and of course all the tyres are separate. Very, very nice and very highly sought after piece, and good solid construction. Really can't go wrong. So if anyone's looking for old FCs, the only place you can really find these now is on the secondary market, on eBay or somewhere like that. Prices range for this piece loose. Someone was trying to get $16 for it. I spent I think it was £2. So very, very pleased with that. All the matchbox I've found from now on are a bit loose, so we'll start off with this little tipper. This is the dump truck matchbox series number 28. This is probably from around about 1972 or 73. Lovely piece. I do have the 60s version, and this is a transition piece and goes in my little transition collection. You can see it's in a very strange shade of green, kind of like putrid green. Very nice. I do like the tipper action though. That's very, very cool. Can't see it inside there, but there's a little square, little plastic friction square there that stops that tipper from falling down too quickly. Again, all metal construction, and it's got those big super fast wheels on there. I'm going to say around about 1973 on this piece. 72, maybe 72, who knows, I'll have to look it up. Yeah, but there we go, look, it's got that transition bar on there, so this could be from 71. Who knows. Fantastic. That is cool. Now these tractors, I know this one is not in particularly good shape with the paint. It kind of looks authentic though, you know, this is... If you saw this an old tractor like this in a barn, it would pretty much look like this, and all this stuff here would be rust rather than Zamac. But what's nice about this was A, I got it super cheap, and B, it's got all its tyres. Now these big tyres on here, because they only really appeared on this tractor, and if you're missing one of these tyres, it's a bit of a pain really to find new ones. I'm sure they're out there, you can probably get them from a repro supplier. So if you go online, you can probably find your new tyres. But for now, to save me the bother, it's great to have both these back tyres on. The front tyre is not so hard to find. There's quite a few vehicles that sport those particular ones. One in particular is the combine harvester. And I was you find combine harvesters everywhere, and they always seem to have the tyres on. So I've harvested quite a few wheels, and of course these tyres will go on the BP exploration vehicle as well. So have no fear if you lose your tyres, they're always out there. I actually have a good stash of these, but these ones, very hard to find. And perhaps the star piece from the Matchbox Lesney 60s period for me is this one here. Unfortunately, it's a rather chipped out model, but it's all there. The glass is all there. All the little lamps are here today. We've got all the tyres, all the wheels. Everything's as it should be. A little bit old, perhaps a bit tarnished at the bottom there. But of course, opening doors. Look at this, look. Absolutely brilliant. Unfortunately, the paint is falling off, and when I went to peel off the label off the roof, you can see the label shape on the top there. What a shame. So yeah, it's fit for a repaint, I guess, and maybe at some point that will be attended to. But for now, nice to have this example in the lineup. And I do love those wheels. They're probably my favourite Matchbox wheels of all time, because they just look so realistic. You can see they've got the they're like hubcaps, and yeah, it's all going on. It's just really cool. The nice little tyres on there. It's not overly damaged, really. Very cool piece. I mean, look, it just needs a new paint job though. What a thing. Yeah, this would look great done up as a Herbie perhaps, but that's another story. Orange would be good. Yes, here it is. This is the Matchbox Moco number 5, as you can see there, proudly stamped on the front there. I believe this is a 5B. This is a pre-1958 piece. This is replaced obviously 5A, which was a little bit smaller, and this was using, I believe, the dinky casting to give it some more oomph in size. Very, very cool piece. I've got my eye on a minty one of these, but for some reason it's very expensive. I've been buying a lot of things from the market just lately. There's a chap down there who I'm in conflagration with, and hopefully I'll be picking up some bits off him on a monthly basis. And seeing what new stuff he's got. He's got stacks and stacks of kit. So yeah, he also said he'll do me a box as well, so if there's anything I want that I can't afford on the day, he will put by for me. He's the guy that had the Shelbys and the other bits. I also bought this, basically all this loose stuff here is what I got off of my man at the market, and also that, and all for reasonably a good price. Not the best price I've ever had, but you know, people have got to make a living, so it's all good. Well, there we go. This is K5 saying thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you for checking out my videos and coming back for more. So there we go. Ta-ta for now.